Hi, my name's Naomi White. I'm a management consultant and executive coach, and I'm here in my capacity as a member of the Bindi Bindi Place steering committee. And I'm here with Karen Dare, CEO of Communify. Tell us a little bit about Communify, Karen.
Okay, Communify is a multi-service organisation operating in a place-based model here in inner Brisbane, and we provide wraparound supports for people that are experiencing challenges in their lives, and that can be ageing, it can be disability, addiction, child safety, really anything that life throws at you. We've built a suite of services so that we can deliver that in a multidisciplinary way.
So Karen, we're working on something very special at the moment. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about Bindi Bindi Place?
So it's a new model of supporting families and children who are at risk of going into the child protection system. And the model is focusing on children under 6. Very important that, because children under 6 really have no other eyes on them and they are most at risk. So this new model is a shared care model. We're building a centre where we can have families and children come to the centre up to 7 days a week, where we can provide sort of specialist support to families to help them build their capacity around parenting, but also provide the much needed nurturing and support that children under 6 need to develop and be ready for school and life.
So Karen, I understand you're thinking about this particular project as a form of disruptive innovation. Can you talk us through why this is such a disruptive play on child protection?
So I think at the moment, the system is either trying to support families to keep their children at home and or remove them. So there's really nothing in between that supports families whose children are probably at imminent risk of being removed. So an opportunity for those families to work with us whilst we're protecting their children and making sure that they're getting all their needs or that they need as young children. And I think this model places the child at the centre of the support, whereas in general, the Child Protection Service is trying to focus on the family to build their capacity, and at times that places young children at risk. So this is sort of hitting it at both angles. We're supporting children, making sure that they're well nurtured and looked after, whilst we're supporting parents to build their capacity.
And so you're going back to the source to try and head off problems before they emerge.
Absolutely. These families have often been children themselves that have been through child protection or foster care. They love their kids. They just don't know how to parent, or they may be experiencing challenges with addiction or mental health issues. And they want to keep parenting, but they need that shared care modelled to give them the opportunity to perhaps go into recovery or seek support to address any of the issues that are just sort of in the way of being good parents.
So I know there's quite a bit of research underpinning this model. Karen, do you want to talk us through some of that research?
Absolutely. In North and South Carolina in America over 40 years ago, they developed this adversarial model, which is providing intensive, enriched learning opportunities for children under 6 in a ratio of 3:1, and they track those children over 40 years. And what it's shown is those children that were provided that enriched learning and nurturing environment were 50% more likely to go to college, 50% more likely not to have any interaction with the justice system, and their own children being able to parent well. So I think the evidence is there. We just need the vehicle to be able to do that here in Australia.
Powerful research.
It is.
And why is it so needed right now?
Look, what we're seeing at the moment is a reduction in foster carers, which are a very important part of the system. We're seeing more children into out-of-home residential care. We're seeing more families experiencing domestic violence and family breakdown where the children are at risk and removed. So I think there's just so much more pressure on families and very limited access for alternatives to removal. So we're seeing this as sitting in the middle, where we're nurturing those children and supporting families at the same time.
And so to get this initiative off the ground, what do you need?
Well, we want to build a purpose-built centre. We believe strongly that the design of the building and having something that's purpose-built for this service is really important. Communify are committing some of its own dollars into the pot. We need to raise $3 million to build a purpose-built centre here in North Brisbane. So we're really looking for supporters, whether that's donors. We're looking for people with high wealth that might like to make a contribution. We're looking at potential organisations and building companies to provide pro bono support. So we already have a number of supporters, but we need the community to step up and help us make this happen.
It takes a village.
It takes a village.
So where can people find out more about Bindi Bindi Place?
They can go to our website, www.bindibindiplace.org.au. They can contact Communify. They can ask to speak to me. I'm really happy to come out and talk to people about Bindi Bindi Place. So yes, Communify, they can contact us on 3510 2700.
And we are hosting the next Brisbane Powerhouse Politics in the Pub.
We are.
Want to tell us a bit about that?
So we've gathered an expert panel to discuss the issues around the current child protection system and to really drill down into what would make a difference. What can we do to change what's currently happening for families and for children? So very exciting. So we're hoping to showcase Bindi Bindi Place there as well, but primarily that event is to really focus in on what's happening at the moment here in particularly Queensland in the child protection system.
Karen, it's been such a pleasure being on the steering committee with you, and thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.